there, everybody. My name is Heidi Merrill. I'm originally from Nebraska, but traveled all around quite a bit, and right now just landed in Jupiter, Florida. So look out for some of my upcoming shows. I am here with Hank Jr. on Hank Jr.'s Corner.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Hank's Corner. I'm Hank Jr., part of Hank Jr. Productions, where I'm documenting life's moments through photography, videography, and, of course, podcasting. And my corner is in the Tampa Bay area near Land O'Lakes, Florida, where you can find the Tiki Cove, where we just announced our Toes in the Sand lineup October 4th through the 6th. Come on out to the Tiki Cove, where you'll see such artists as Kirsty Krause, Ellis Griffin, Brian Ruby, all those who have been on my podcast, plus many more. Please check that out at the Tiki Cove, Toes in the Sand. And I'm so happy to bring into my corner one of the new artists that I've just found out there. I must be living under a rock because I haven't seen you before. But please welcome to the podcast, Heidi Merrill. Heidi, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great. Thank you.
I'm so glad to have you on. And, you kind of pride yourself as Cornhusker Strong. Tell us a little bit about that, because we're going to be playing that song at some point during the podcast. But what is Cornhusker Strong?
Awesome. Well, I am originally from Nebraska, born and raised, and we are the Cornhuskers. I mean, for any sport and just, as a pride thing. So that's our state mascot, basically.
Yeah, that's awesome. And, I just got done talking with Bonneray on my last podcast, which was recorded right before this one, for those who wonder how long it takes me to record one to the next. But it was recorded right from this. And she's from my home state of Texas. And we were talking about how prideful Texans are. So, the people from Nebraska just as prideful.
They definitely are, especially when it comes to college football. And now, volleyball. I mean, our volleyball team's rocking it now. But they certainly are. On game days, it's a sea of red, and people always say Nebraskans are good travelers. They like to travel to see the games as well, not just at home. So I think we're pretty prideful, yeah.
Yeah, and football season is just starting as we are recording this podcast. And, I'm more of a professional sport follower, and I don't follow it too closely, but I do have my favorite teams. But what I love about the college atmosphere is just how exciting it is and how there's such a buzz. And, I don't know if it's just because there's so many students in the band and whatever it is, but, watching college games are definitely exciting.
I agree. Nebraska doesn't have a pro team, so growing up it was just the Cornhuskers, and following college, obviously I went to college there, so that was very exciting. But yeah, it is. It's exciting.
Okay, but you're from Nebraska, but where are you actually calling in from tonight?
I am now in Jupiter, Florida.
Oh.
Been here about a month. Let's see. Before this, I was living in Southern California. And before that, I was in New York City. So I'm a bit of a traveler. But
yeah, so, I try to do a little bit of research before I talk to my guests, the best that I can, whatever is out there. And sometimes it's easy, sometimes it's hard. But, you just threw me for a loop that you're in Jupiter. I didn't realize that you're now in my state of Florida, which means it shouldn't be hard to try to get you to come up and play here in Tampa then.
I was going to say, this Tiki Toes thing sounds really fun. Right up my alley.
Well, and really, like I said, you threw me for a loop because I was going to start talking about California, because that's where I thought you were actually going to be calling in from. And I had just gotten back from California not too long ago. I got to stay up in the Anaheim area for work, and then, of course, for pleasure. And, because of that, I was going to play this quick clip.
Jolene, I'm begging of you, please don't take my man. Jolene, please don't take him just because you can. You could have your choice of men, but I can never love again. He's the only one for me, Jolene. had to have this talk with you. My happiness depends on you and whatever you decide to do, Jolene. Jolene, 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 Jolene. I'm
Franklin Wall, my fellow songwriters over in California.
Yeah, so that is you singing Jolene with Franklin Wall, Dan Franklin, and Stephanie Wall, which is I guess it's a duo. I want to say a band, but a duo that I got to see while I was up there. Got to hang out with them while they were playing at Knott's Berry Farm, and they put on an awesome show. Dan
They
is
are
such a
amazing.
funny guy, and the way that Stephanie comes back with her stuff, it's such an entertaining show. Not only are they great musicians and great artists, but it's a fun show to watch. And I just thought that was so cool to see you playing there with them.
I was over at their place. They have a studio. They also live together, actually. Such a cute couple. And we were writing a new song together, which is not yet out, but when it does come out, we'll let you know.
Oh,
And
see, there we go. We're teasing already for our new Music Friday post. I'm sorry, go ahead.
That's right. That's okay. It was the 50th anniversary of the song, Jolene. And so we wanted to do a quick snippet for Instagram or whatnot. Stephanie and I were like, oh my gosh, we don't have our hair and makeup done. We went for it.
Well, that's definitely awesome. And, when that song does come out, do we even have a title that we can mention?
Oh, for the song?
Yeah. Or is that not released yet either?
It's called Another Round.
Okay. Well, when Another Round does come out, be sure to be looking for it on our new Music Friday post. Definitely interested in seeing the collaboration with that. While I was out there too, I got to see my good friend Presley Tennant. I don't know if you know her, but I know she follows you. Okay.
I do. Yes. I have also written 2 songs with Presley. They're not out yet. She's been writing like crazy all over the place and in Nashville and stuff. And so I know she's doing a string of releases, but hopefully my song gets in there somewhere because she's got a really great following and she's very talented also. Yeah.
Yeah, and while we were out there talking, we got to have lunch together, and I said, "Look, you need to come out to Florida, because being out there on the West Coast, it's kind of hard for me to go and see her play. I try to get her to come down here, and she does say, and we won't say too much about it, but she is in talks with, I guess, a couple people maybe to come down here. So, if we could get that and get you together, then we have to bug Franklin Wall to come down here too, as well, and be a nice little California reunion."
Yeah, the Cali Country crew is very special, and I do miss all of them. But I just had my first show here in Jupiter at Tiki 52, speaking of tiki places, and it went so great. Had a full band, lots of people came out. So I got one under my belt in Florida.
All right. Well, welcome to Florida. We're glad to have you. And like I said, I'm originally from Texas, but I was definitely ready to be ready for retirement here in Florida. So hope you enjoyed it as well. I know it's really hot right now, but don't worry. It'll cool down in February for about 2 days, and then it'll warm up again.
Looking forward to it.
Now, I want to talk about your latest song that you've actually released yourself called I Love and I Hate You. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, so it's funny because you said I want to talk about your newest release, and normally as an artist I put out super fun, super rockin' songs, but this one we wanted to take a turn of just different kind of subject matter for once. This one I brought in another songwriter named Cosette Smith. I don't know if you met her. She just moved from California to Texas. So, but I usually write with someone named Justin Bush, and he's very, very talented. So the 3 of us got in a room, and I just said, I want to go a little more serious for this one. I've been putting out a lot of fun drinking songs, and so we just kind of came up with the theme of, I love you and I hate you. The song turned out so good. Justin's such an amazing producer. He gets Nashville players with friend rates, thank God, because they all sound amazing. And I've had a lot of compliments on the record, but it's just for anyone who's kind of back and forth in their relationship and got to make a decision.
Yeah, and you said that it's a change. Don't get me wrong, because I got a list of songs here. I had to kind of narrow down which ones I'm gonna put onto the podcast here that are great. They're rock and roll, but to switch it up with the song was definitely interesting, and I love how it's going. I don't want to say I love it, I hate it, but I love it. It just I love it. And let's go ahead and play I Love and I Hate You here on Hank's Corner.
Once again, your bags are halfway packed. Every time you storm out, I catch you looking back, saying this'll be the last time. Well, you said that the last time, nothing's changed. It's all the same. I'm done playing these games. If you wanna go, just go. Pack your bags and hit the road. I'm tired of waiting up all night for your headlights coming home. If you wanna stay, then stay. You don't have to walk away. You know I can't make you, but I won't stay stuck between I love you and I hate you. Between I love you and I hate you. If you wanna fight for us, then I would too. One last shot for what we got, I'd give my all to you. But if you're leaving, it's the last time. It'll hurt, but I'll be alright. Couple tears, couple beers, and I'll be seeing clear. If you wanna go, just go. Pack your bags and hit the road. I'm tired of waiting up all night for your headlights coming home. If you wanna stay, then stay. You don't have to walk away. You know I can't make you, but I won't stay stuck between I love you and I hate you. Between I love you and I hate you. Oh, I hate you. So here we are, your bags halfway packed. If you walk out, I'll tell you now, don't bother coming back. If you wanna go, just go. Pack your bags and hit the road. I'm tired of waiting up all night for your headlights coming home. If you wanna stay, then stay. You don't have to walk away. You know I can't make you, but I won't stay stuck between I love you and I hate you. Between I love you and I hate you. Between I love you and I hate you. And I hate you, baby.
Welcome back to Hank's Corner. I'm Hank Jr. here with my special guest, Heidi Merrill, and you just heard her latest song, I Love and I Hate You. And, like I said, I'm definitely enjoying it, and I'm glad that you try to go a different route because you nailed it. You really did. And, that's actually the first song that, when I put it on my New Music Friday post that I knew about you that drew me in. And then when I heard some of these rock and roll songs, or I don't say rock and roll, but a little country rock, you got your own thing going there. I definitely said, hey, this is definitely somebody I want to follow, and I'm sure that your show's got a rock too because of that.
Thank you. Yes, the live shows are definitely fun. We get people bouncing around and singing along. So yeah,
Just the way I like it. And, so one of the new segments that I like, and seems to be a popular one, people love kind of playing it and also guessing along there at home, is called Two Truths and a Lie. And what I do is I get you to tell me three statements. Two of them will be true, one of them will be a lie, in any order. And then, throughout the podcast, I'll try not to get you to reveal the answer because some of my questions may go that direction, but we'll try to stay away from that. And by the end of the podcast, I need to try to guess which ones are the truths and which one is the lie. So if you're interested in playing, I would love to try to do that with you.
let's go. Well, you prepped me, so I wrote down three things here, so
All right.
I can read them like straight face and hopefully not give it away.
Should I do this so I don't get a look at you? Go ahead.
Okay, here I go. I have 6 sisters, and all their names end in the E sound, like Heidi. Number 2, I used to drive a tow truck back in Nebraska. And number 3, I have a metal rod on my spine. All very different.
So I have a feeling that this one's going to be one of my toughest ones yet. So you have potentially 6 sisters ending in E, such as Heidi. You used to drive a tow truck, and you have a metal rod in your spine. So wow, this is going to be a tricky one there. So we'll we'll see what I can do. I'm not too confident in this one, but we'll go along. So also in the second segment, I like to document life's moments. I mean, that's my tagline here at Hank Jr. Productions, and so I like to hear a little bit about how you started out, and then decide, hey, one day that music might be for me, and end up to where you are today.
Yeah, so I've always loved singing. Growing up, I was the loudest one in the choir, and my mom would have to say, you got to tone it down a little bit. But I ended up getting scouted to model and traveled the world and ended up in New York City. And I did a lot of karaoke at that time just for fun. And a lot of friends would say, oh, I think you should actually be a singer, Heidi. And I was like, I don't know, I'm just having fun, But I finally got introduced to a vocal coach. Her name's Alana Martin, and that was in New York City. And she's like, you should really be pursuing this, and I will help you, hone in and find your voice and your style and your sound, and I'll help you find some musicians. So I had some other people help me write my first EP in New York City, and that was more of a pop rock thing. And then I just loved more the country vibe. I still like the rock vibe, so I kind of meshed them together. But after the first EP, I realized I really want to write my own stuff so that when I'm singing, I mean it. You know what I mean? And so, I went to Nashville, met a couple songwriters there. My husband actually had the idea of writing a song about my hometown and where I come from. And I kind of wanted the song to be about how I left, but I'm still grounded in my roots and who I am because of where I came from. So that's kind of where the Cornhusker Strong came from. And then it just ended up being this anthem, which they play in the stadium and on the radio over there, because we really rocked it up and made it an anthem for the team, as well as an anthem for me or people from Nebraska.
And how cool is that? I got to stop you right there, because how cool is that? Because, I mentioned that one of the artists that is coming down to the Toes and Sand is Brian Ruby. He's a baseball player where he's just ending his baseball career and focusing more on music. But, he has written a lot of baseball songs that have used as anthems. But to have your song, the Cornhusker Strong being out there as part of this, I mean, that's got to be an amazing feeling.
It was awesome. I mean, hearing myself on the radio and hearing them play it in the stadium. I actually went back for a football game and, heard it in the stadium with thousands of people around. I actually filmed the video on the practice field and in some of the cornfields actually in Nebraska. The video is cute. You should put that on maybe at the end.
No, it's definitely going on the way in. People got to keep listening to the podcast before we get to that.
Let's get Cornhusker Strong at the end. That was a really fun one to make, and just it's really truly me and who I am and where I come from. And it, like I said, a great platform. I went back to Nashville with one of the same writers, and I said, let's make another sports anthem. This went so well, but let's make it for everyone. And we wrote Game On, and I have a couple different sporty themed songs that they're just fun for me, and I'm a sporty person, so they work.
Yeah, definitely. And that's perfect, because the second song that I would like to play is Game On. So let's go ahead and play that right here, and when we come back, I want to talk a little bit more about your influences.
Sounds good.
Comes the storm, can you hear it? 100,000 strong, can you taste it? On the tip of your tongue, are you ready? And let's get it on. The time is now. No one here should be sitting down. Get up, get loud, and make your mama proud. Game on.
Welcome back to Hank's Corner. It's Game On, and you just heard that by Heidi Merrill. And I'm loving the songs that you have out there, and it just gets me pumped up to listen to them. These are definitely good. Friday driving home from work songs, just blaring it up in my vehicle there, and trying to get through this Tampa commute, but definitely makes
Yeah,
it fun.
I agree.
And
They
you're
found.
and you're on my playlist now that I found you. Tell me, if I were to look into your playlist, who would be there now, and who are some of the influences that you had when you were starting out?
Oh my gosh. Like I said, I used to really love rock music and even sad music. Like I love Chris Cornell. Rest in peace. That guy has such an amazing voice. But more lately, Jason Aldean, I mean, he just really rocks the country. Miranda Lambert, she's got some rockin' stuff. Who else? Always, you gotta love Shania Twain, right? Some newer ones, I really like Dierks Bentley, Dustin Lynch, and I usually like the dude songs a little more than
Oh,
than the female songs, and I cover a lot of male songs. You can't go
which is
wrong with
definitely interesting because a lot of the
that.
female guests that I have on tend to, lean towards the female side, and
Okay.
that's great to get a little bit of a balance here.
Yeah. I don't know. Some of those songs are just more fun. I don't know. And I was gonna
Yeah,
say Chris Stapleton, can't go wrong with him. But I mean,
yeah, he
my list could go on and on. But those are
Yeah,
some,
he's definitely tearing that up. And
yeah.
was there a song, growing up, or when you started really appreciating music, was there a song out there that you said, man, I really wish I could have written something like that, or just kind of inspired you to say, hey, I want to be a songwriter, I want to be a player. Was there anything like that for you?
I think Shania Twain's whole album. I don't know. I think she started something really new and rocking for females there. Um, yeah, and other than her, it was like the rockers for some reason. The rock ballads for me. They really hit you deep with some
Now,
of
when you talk about rock ballads, I got to be curious because rock and roll is very, very broad, and
the
so
yeah.
I spent a lot of time, in the '90s and the '80s to, listening to hair bands. So when you say rock ballads, what are you talking about? Because is it the hair bands, or is it something before that?
Oh my gosh. I don't even know. You know what? You might have to cut this out. I'm so bad with names. Like I know the songs that I love, but I used to be really bad with like artist names. If it comes on and it hits me, I could say this one. But
Yeah,
other
yeah.
than like Chris Cornell and the bands that he was in, um, Sweet Sun Shower, that song, like I don't know, stuff
Yeah,
like that.
no, I get it. I'm just curious because, like I said, rock and roll is really. I mean, and so is country. When you talk about country,
Yeah.
it spans from the 40s really to today, and rock and roll, same thing, 50s, and there's just so many versions of that. And you talk about like R&B or something like that, you can kind of narrow it down more, to a
Yeah.
particular time period. But when you talk about rock and roll
I,
ballads, I mean, like that's hard to kind of narrow down. But like I said, I did grow up during the hairband phase, and believe it or not, at one point I did have long hair, but hopefully
I,
those pictures don't get out too often. But my brother will share them every now and then. But it changes when you get older, that's for
I
sure.
would have to check those out.
And given the opportunity, whether living or not, to be able to perform on stage with somebody. I mean, it could be Shania Twain or somebody else, but who would you like to do and why?
Oh my gosh. I don't know if I could answer that question. I mean, Jason Aldean for sure. Like, if I could do a duet with him and just rock out, that would be amazing. I did get to open for Lee Bryce at Boots in the Park in California.
Wow.
So I did get to share the stage with him. Also, Chris Jansen was there, Low Cash, like some amazing artists. So
Yeah.
I have to say, any of them, I was like, can I come back on stage and sing with you? I was the opener, but I did get to meet them. Really cool, really fun
Yeah,
all
that's one of the things that I like about the musicians. Even if you're just starting out, or you haven't really honed in and made it big yet, you have the opportunity to open for people, and I think that's just so
yeah,
neat because you get to be with people that are like you said, these are awesome names out there. And you're just like, hey,
yeah.
you're next. It's just
And
pretty
their
cool.
fans, and their
Yeah,
fans are great.
yeah.
And yeah, I was shocked. There were so many people right in the front singing along with me, and I was so touched that they knew I was on the bill. They looked me up. They knew some of my songs. That was really cool.
All right. Well, I want to go ahead and play Drink It Up. And when we come back, we'll do a little speed round and then get to Two Truths and a Lie.
Let's do it.
That old rusted out truck, it ain't worth much, but it got me here tonight, and that's enough. And these old boots are kinda scuffed, but I'm still two-stepping all night like I'm hot stuff. If you don't know where life or even the night is going, don't worry about tomorrow, just drown yourself in the moment and drink it up. Drink it up. These last few bucks are just enough to buy my buddies one more round of butts. And that house band, they tear it up, playing our favorite Skinner songs. Turn it up. Sometimes you can't stop from rushing to get where you're going. So slow it on down and drown yourself in the moment and drink it up. Drink it up. Let the good times in, drown those bad thoughts out. Drink it up. Grab another round, throw your last dollar down, and raise your cup. Drink it up. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Drink it up. That old rusted out truck, it ain't worth much, but it got me here tonight, and that's enough. Drink it up. Drink it up. Oh yeah. Drink it up. Drink it up. Drink it up. Oh yeah, come on, drink it up. Drink it
Welcome back once again to Hank's Corner. I'm Hank Jr. here with my special guest, Heidi Merrill. And you just heard Drink It Up. And, one of the things I always talk about is food and drinks on my podcast. So we'll begin the little speed round here with talking about drinks. Do you drink? And if so, what kind of drink do you like?
I am on a rum and diet kick right now.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
In New York City, when you'd go out with the other models, it's all like vodka, tables, and they got the soda and the cranberry and stuff. So I would drink just vodka soda, But I started going on these surf trips with my husband, and we tried these Cuba Libres, which is basically a fancy
Mhm.
way of saying rum and Coke,
Yep.
right? And man, I'm like, this is just so much better. It just makes me feel like it's summer all the time. So that's my
Now,
go-to.
now with the rum, do you ever change it up and have different types of rum as far as like the different flavors, or do you stick with the true general type of rum?
I do change it up. Sometimes it's a Captain Morgan day, sometimes Bacardi. I feel like Bacardi's a little lighter, a little less sugar. Um, Myers White is quite good. There was a restaurant I
Oh.
was working at or singing at in California, and that was their well. And he made me one. I was like, "Woo! What is this? This is amazing!" So that one's quite nice. So
Yeah, well, me
you
and
know,
Captain Morgan have a history that goes back way back when, and I may or may not be allowed to talk about it because it may or may not have been before I was 21. But since that time, I really have not had Captain Morgan's, but I do like a little rum, and during the summertime here in Florida, nothing like a fruity rum drink just to kind of get things started over by the pool. So
yeah,
I'm sure you'll be having plenty of those down there in South Florida.
I
And
think I will.
and
I
how
do
about
have a
food?
song about it doesn't matter what you drink, it's who you're drinking with. So I
That's
don't know if
that.
you're gonna play that one, but y'all
You,
can look it up. It's a
you
fun
know
one.
what? We're gonna add that to it. So we're gonna play both that one and Corn Husker Strong on the way out, because now that you brought that up, they're gonna be curious about hearing that.
Kind
So
of
we'll,
good.
we'll do a double play there at the end. And how
Cool.
about food? Do you have a favorite food? And if so, what are you trying out? I mean, are you trying out the Cuban food down there in South Florida?
I haven't tried any Cuban food yet. I found some pretty amazing mahi tacos though. My 7-year-old loves fresh mahi, which is great because it's healthy, right? So that kid will down some mahi tacos, and yeah, I'm right there with him. But I mean, yeah, pizza, nachos, can't go wrong with all the junk
Nothing
food.
like good what I call Friday food, to where you have a drink and you have your snack. That is like the thing I look for all week
Love
long,
it.
just to get there and have those nachos or mozzarella sticks or whatever it may be. So I love that. How about a dessert? Do you have a favorite dessert?
Oh, one more rum and Diet Coke.
Yes, I love it. I love it. And
Uh,
you've talked about how you've traveled so far. Has there been a favorite place that you would recommend? Hey, go there. And is there a place that you're just dying to get to?
oh my gosh. I love snorkeling, and I feel like there are a lot of places like, the Maldives and those places that are really on the other side of the world. I'd love to get over there and check out some reefs. But I have been around Australia as far. That was cool. South Africa. I got a place in my heart for New York City. Those are very different places, but I lived in Germany for 3 years. It was
Oh,
not one of my
wow.
favorite places, but still a cool experience. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. I've never gotten to really live abroad. I've gotten to travel and spend some time and done some missionary work, but it's a whole different experience, I would have to say, to live abroad. And maybe
Yeah.
that's why Germany may not be, one of the places that you say, hey, go, because you were there for so long and got to see things that, hey, the tourists don't see. They're in and out, and
That's true.
you get to see
That's
the
true.
real Germany down there. But they do have a lot of good beer, and being that it's going to be October fairly soon, hey, Oktoberfest, let's bring it on, right?
I think they have a lot of fun in October. Yeah.
I bet. Okay, well, I put it off long enough. I stalled a little bit, but now I
Okay.
got to try to figure out whether or not you have six sisters. Wow, six sisters that end in E, which is kind of confusing, because I know people that will do stuff like that. So it's not impossible, but the six sisters is kind of throwing me off. Uh, did you drive a tow truck, or did you have a metal rod put into your spine? Now, like I said, I don't really know on this one, so it's more of a guess than a deduction reasoning. But I'm gonna say that you do have a metal rod in your spine. Now I got to figure out: do I think you have six sisters, or did you drive a tow truck? Uh, I don't want to go back to like the Dukes of Hazzard and think like, that Cooter driving the tow truck and, does that have anything to do with Nebraska or, I don't know, maybe I'm getting prejudiced here, but I'm going to go ahead and say that, you did drive a tow truck and, you don't have 6 sisters that ended in E.
Actually, the opposite is
Oh,
true.
I knew that was going to happen.
But my older sister did drive a tow truck, so shout out
Oh,
to Mandy, which is,
okay.
you want me to name them?
Sure, let's do it.
Mandy, Jamie, Sadie, Jesse, Molly, Maggie, and I do have a brother named Jake.
Oh, the oddball. Well, like I said, what was really throwing me off was the 6 sisters. That's a lot. How did your
It is a
parents
lot.
do that?
I know, right? Well, they separated when I was 2 and started new families Brady Bunch style.
Oh, gotcha. All right, a little trickery there. Well, you
Little
did stump me here on my 2 truths and a lie. Good job at doing that, and it's definitely fun having you here on my corner. But should I come or anybody else should come to one of your performances, what should they expect out of your show?
Well, they should expect a really fun time because we throw in a bunch of different genres and, we'll get you dancing. I might even jump off the stage and put the microphone in your face.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't like that if you're putting a microphone on my face. I barely have a hard time doing this. I thought maybe you were gonna do some crowd surfing. You're gonna jump off the stage and we gotta.
No, I might break the middle rod in my back if I do that.
Oh yeah, well, definitely looking forward to that. Whether I get to see you down south there in Florida, you come up here, or who knows? We'll meet in Nashville. But everybody, please go, follow Heidi on her social media. You could also find her website, HeidiMerrill.com, and Merrill spelled Merrill. Be sure to check her out. Tell her Hank Jr. Productions sent you. And Heidi, it was so fun having you on my podcast. If you ever want to be a guest on Hank's Corner, you're more than welcome to.
Awesome. Well, when I got some new music out, then I'll come on back.
Go ahead and pick your poison, take it off the top shelf. We came out to make some noise and we don't need nobody else. Just follow those neon lights, inviting us to have a wild night. It's 2 for 1, so let's stop wasting time. If I'm feeling on fire, I have a shot of whiskey. See me with tequila, I might be feeling frisky. And if I'm drinking like a man, I have a cold one in my hand. Wine or whiskey on the rocks or neat. Really doesn't matter what you drink, it's who you're drinking with. DJ's got us all fired up, and we don't even like this song. But just the way I like it, pour me something nice and strong. 'Cause it's Friday night, and if you're feeling my vibe, ain't no fun unless you're drunk, don't lie. If I'm feeling on fire, I have a shot of whiskey. See me with tequila, I might be feeling frisky. And if I'm drinking like a man, I have a cold one in my hand. Wine or whiskey on the rocks or neat. Yeah, babe. Really doesn't matter what you drink, it's who you're drinking with. That's right, who you're drinking with. Every time that we're together, more stories we can't remember. So here we go again, making memories that we'll forget. If I'm feeling on fire, I'll have a shot of whiskey. See me with tequila, I might be feeling frisky. And if I'm drinking like a man, Cornhusker strong. Down any road I'm on, in this wild, wild world out here, I keep plowing along. Long gone, but Cornhusker strong. I walk the streets of the city, a million people alone. Yeah, I don't mind the spotlight, but there ain't nothing like home. Well, the good Lord gave me wings to fly, so I packed my bags, but never said goodbye. Wherever I am, I'm forever where I come from. I'm Cornhusker strong. Down any road I'm on, in this wild, wild world out here, I keep plowing along. Long gone, but Cornhusker strong. Holler if you hear me, follow if you feel me. Bartender, beer me. Ooh, louder, louder, louder. I'm Cornhusker strong. Down any road I'm on, I'm Cornhusker strong. Down any road I'm on, in this wild, wild world out here, I keep plowing along. Long gone, but Cornhusker strong.